8:44 now. Steven Satterfield is the executive chef and owner of Miller Union Restaurant, located in Atlanta's Westside neighborhood, and he was just named Best Chef Southeast 2017 by the James Beard Foundation. So this is your opportunity to get some pointers from this award-winning chef. And Steven is here making some sautéed shrimp, among other things, as well. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
Glad to have you here with us today. Got to mention this too. You won after 5 consecutive years as a nominee. So
5 years in a row. It was definitely a nerve-wracking
Get a good
moment.
look at this.
Yeah, check it out.
Very nice. Do you keep it like in a special place, I imagine?
I'm still trying to figure out the best place to store it.
Yeah,
and it's tempting not to wear it every day.
Well, yeah, I think it'd be okay if you wanted to do that too. Okay, now Atlanta has a lot of great restaurants. Obviously yours is among them, but what do you think makes yours stand out?
I think we really just focus so much on cooking with the seasons and working with local farms and seasonal produce. So this recipe is going to feature that. And I have a book called Root to Leaf over here in the corner, and it's really about sort of a guide through cooking through the seasons through the lens of vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, that's a big focus for you.
Yeah, that's how I look at preparing a dish. So we're going to start with the fava bean, which
this
is
my introduction to this too. I've never
you can feel it. It's got like a weird kind of like soft, almost fuzzy feel to it.
It does.
And it's a strange legume because it has 2 layers. So first is the outer layer, and then there's a second layer here that has to be peeled off as well to get to the actual
okay, so you don't just put the whole thing.
Yeah.
You want to.
This part's like kind of waxy and not really that, it doesn't have any flavor.
Gotcha.
So what we do is we take these pods with the this second layer and we throw them in some boiling salted water, and then they pop right out. And so that's what this is. This is the finished fava bean. Yep. And what I'm going to do is just
get this. I don't see these in Kroger. Typically.
Yeah, it's a little more esoteric, and they do tend to grow a little better on the West Coast, but we do have some that are growing locally. And one of my farmers, Moore Farms in Alabama, has local favas right now. So this is a great method for shrimp too. We're just going to take some butter, and this is on very low heat.
Yeah.
And
gotta start with that, right?
Exactly. But I'm also putting the shrimp in almost immediately too, just as soon as the butter coats the pan. And this is just a way to very slowly and gently cook the shrimp without overcooking it, which is a problem I think a lot of people do, is tend to cook it too fast. It gets kind of rubbery. This is almost kind of like poaching it in the butter in the pan.
There's a secret right there.
I'm going to do a little bit of salt. And then I'm also going to add some spring onion.
Okay.
And a little bit of green garlic. And those are basically the early spring versions of onion and garlic. And they have the long green top, so you can use the whole thing.
Nice.
It's got a nice
great smell too.
Yeah.
Great aroma coming from that.
And then another part of this recipe is some fresh radishes. And I have 2 different kinds. This is a purple daikon, and I'm going to go ahead and throw these in now. And just a red garden variety radish.
I just love your emphasis on, it seems like everything you're adding, fresh this and fresh that. It makes a big difference, huh?
Absolutely. Okay, so this is on kind of like medium-low heat. And I'm also going to add a little bit of white wine.
Very nice. Now, is this a dish that you serve?
We currently have this on the menu.
Okay.
And I'm going to do these fava beans as well.
So
these are already cooked, so we're just going to warm them through.
Okay, very nice. I want to talk too about your restaurant. There's some unique history kind of going on with it, and you're in a refurbished warehouse, right?
Yeah, and so the Miller Union name comes from the stockyards that used to occupy the site in the 1800s. So it's basically where the train car would come to, where the 10th Street is, where 10th Street dead ends right there. And all the animals would come off and they'd go into the different pens. So like the horses, pigs, and the cows and chickens and all that stuff would come into the stockyards and be held for different reasons. And where we are is the horse department. Horse department. So that was for horse-drawn carriages. That's
cool. It's got to add to the ambiance of everything too. Just having it in a a refurbished warehouse. I think that's pretty cool. And we're running a little bit low on time, but from start to finish, how long would you say that this needs to cook?
This is probably a total of 5 minutes once you get it going.
Okay. And I want to show you this over here really quickly too. You mentioned that this is just something you serve in the restaurant, something to snack on, but it's hummus, right?
So we have our red pea and bene seed hummus. We also have some whipped feta. And we serve the feta with the raw vegetables and the hummus with our house-made black pepper lavage. And we like to combine them together and call it a mezze platter.
Yeah?
It's like a little southern mezze platter. So the red beans are from Anson Mills, and it's a Sea Island red pea.
My goodness, even that looks absolutely delicious. So this still needs just a little bit to keep going. But if you'd like more information on this recipe, if you want to try to make it at home, you can find it on the Fox 5 Atlanta app. Just click on the viewer information store. And again, Chef Steven Satterfield from Miller Union, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for
we
having
appreciate
me.
it. And